The fortune teller. There was a small village nestled in the hills of the countryside. The villagers were a peaceful people, content with their simple lives. One day, a mysterious woman arrived in the village. She was a fortune teller, and she promised to tell the villagers their fortunes. The villagers were intrigued, and they welcomed her with open arms. The fortune teller set up shop in the village square, and soon the villagers were lining up to hear their fortunes. The fortune teller was a strange woman with a dark and mysterious aura about her. She had a strange way of speaking, and her eyes seemed to pierce right through you. The villagers were fascinated by the fortune teller, and they eagerly awaited her predictions. But soon, strange things began to happen. People began to disappear in the night, and strange noises were heard coming from the fortune teller's tent. The villagers were terrified, and they began to suspect the fortune teller was behind the disappearances. They decided to confront her, and when they did, they were shocked to discover that she was a witch. The witch had been using her powers to lure people into her tent, where she would then use her dark magic to take their souls. The villagers were horrified, and they quickly banished the witch from the village. But the witch's curse was not so easily broken. For years afterwards, strange things continued to happen in the village. People would disappear in the night, and strange noises were heard coming from the fortune teller's tent. The villagers were terrified, and they began to suspect that the witch had returned. They decided to confront her once again, and when they did, they were shocked to discover that she had not returned. Instead, they found a young girl in the tent. She was the daughter of the witch, and she had been using her mother's dark magic to take the souls of the villagers. The villagers were horrified, and they quickly banished the girl from the village. But the curse of the fortune teller still lingers in the village to this day. People still disappear in the night, and strange noises are still heard coming from the fortune teller's tent. The villagers are still terrified, and they still fear the curse of the fortune teller.